Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughan for Sam Sports Report. Today, the Royals have new news on the stadium. The It's moving positive, is what I'm going to report. You may hear reports that it's a done deal, and what it is, well, here's the interesting news about it. It's still the most confusing things I've ever seen in sports. Stadiums are confusing, and stadium contracts or being built and laws are all confusing to me. So I haven't I really don't know what they're going to do. But if you read the contract and the law and the article that is attached, it seems positive, and it seems like the Royals will likely settle at Washington Square Park. Here's that link. Now let's get to the NL East preview. This is Sam Vaughan for Sam Sports Report. The Philadelphia Phillies won 96 games last year, and in my opinion, are one of the top 2 to 3 teams in baseball, in the National League, or in baseball if you want to be clear-cut about it. They're one of the teams that will be right there to win the World Series. I'm projecting about 95 to 100 wins. To be exact, I have them winning 98 games. JT Realmuto is one of the top borderline Hall of Famers at the catching position. Bryce Harper, although he's not a top 5 player at the first base position and is not a top 5 player in baseball, he is still among the top 10 to top 12 first basemen, which is good enough to keep it at every day, to keep him right there at first base. Brian Scott, everyday second baseman, strong defensively, good contact, speed. Alec Boehm is a solid third baseman, a top 12 to 17. I know that's a large range, but he's a top probably 15 to 18 third baseman. He keeps hitting the ball well, and I expect the Phillies to be right there. As I said, he's a good hitter, average career about 297. He hit about 287 last year. His WAR is about 1.5 to 1.2. Weakness, power is limited, and defense is below average and not very fast. I still think they'll be very good there. Good enough to keep it right there. Shortstop for the Phillies is Bryson Scott. He's an everyday starter and sometimes plays second. Scott is known for a solid ball player all around and good contact. Trey Turner is widely known as one of the most dynamic position players in baseball, Major League, especially the shortstop position. So is among one of the best shortstops in baseball, is elite. So, and Brandon Marsh in left field. Aaron Nola, ace starter, veteran right-hander. Zach Wheeler, experienced right-hander, strikes out. Christian Jarvier, left-handed starter. Kyle Gibson, Alec, and the fifth starter is where the question is. So right now, I still have the Phillies being very good and winning 98 games and going to contend and will be right there in the National League Championship game is where my prediction is for the Phillies, and we'll see if they make that World Series. You'll have to tune in to Sam on Sports to pick my final World Series team, that to come next week. Now look at the Mets. The Mets are projected to win 92 games. In my opinion, the Mets are a little overrated at 92 games. I'm feeling like it's 87, and they get a wild card spot. And look, the Mets have always been an overrated team, and I guess that's what you get for being a New York team. But look, the Mets have only won 2 World Series, and this year I don't expect it to be among. Juan Soto, obviously a productive player. In 2025, he posted a tremendous 396 on-base percentage and hit 43 home runs. Expect him to be right there again with one of the top players in baseball, and expect him to be leading the Mets the most of the season. Bo Bichette is a key add for the Mets that helps them, and I think that's one of the reasons they'll be so much better. Is Bo Bichette. He was a really good player for the Toronto Blue Jays, and it was a key success. The Braves are surprisingly going to win 84 games and surprise some people, and that's where I have them winning 84 to 83 games. I'll go ahead and give them 83, so that's where I get them. So I had the Philadelphia Phillies winning 98 games, the Mets winning 85 games, Braves winning 83 and 79, Marlins 81 and 81, Nationals 70 and 92. I see the Miami Marlins and Nationals improve. I see a lot of improvement in the National League West, and obviously this will be a good division. A good division, better than last year, but not the best one in baseball. I believe the best one in baseball is the AL East. So again, Phillies win the division with 98 wins. Mets 85 and 77, Braves 83 and 79, and Marlins 81 and 81. Washington Nationals 70 and 92. Still to come, the National League Central is where we finish, and then I'll project all the major league teams. That to come next week. In baseball tonight, the Cardinals and Cubs won. The Cardinals win 6-2. Cardinals win 6-1. Royals lose on a bad one day, 10-2, and Reagan gets hurt by a line drive. But positive news is that he is not expected to be hurt for a very long time. It was more of a precautionary issue. Royals got to beat the White Sox. They got to beat the bad teams. The White Sox are 4-8. The Royals are 5-7, and hoping to grab at least 3 out of 4 from the White Sox. Seth Lugo will go for the Royals. Anthony Kay will go for the White Sox. Cardinals and Cubs off today. This is Sam Vaughan for Sam Sports.